Slova poslední, seš jenom dětka, malá špinavá dětka, jako jed hadí, stejká ti po prsou. A poslední, seš jenom děvka. Na 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 na. Já už zas nevím, co to je. Na 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 na. Jo. A je pomoc zavrňovaný. A je Amerik. Hardin. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Jako jed hadí, co stejká ti po prsou. Seš jenom děvka, malá špinavá děvka. Já jdem na vedlejší misku.
Thanks for tagging along, Rook. Those feelers I put out about the Gloomhowler turned up something. Evka, I got your message.
I figured you'd want to hear this. These are Wardens Davrin and Rook. You can trust them.
What's your name?
It's okay. We're here to help.
Nothing to be afraid of.
My name's Valya. When I heard about Wise helped, what happened... I once trained to be a Grey Warden, but I left before the joining.
It's not for everyone.
It wasn't that. It's... I'm the one who found the Griffin eggs, before they hatched.
I've got about 1,000,000 questions. But why come to us now?
I knew some of the Wardens who were caring for the Griffins, Remy and Lancet. I think I know what killed them.
The Gloomhowler. It's a Grey Warden, isn't it? An elf?
But that's all we know.
Yes. Her name was...
Isaiah.
I found her diary. She was a mage. She blighted all the Griffins during the Fourth Blight.
What?
Upon direct orders from the First Warden at the time. She had no choice. This was centuries ago.
Why? In what world would we blight our own Griffins?
In her diary, Isaiah said the blight was going badly. The Wardens couldn't win. They turned to blood magic. The Griffins fought harder, longer.
I see where this is going.
Isaiah didn't want to do it. But orders were orders. It won the war.
But then...
The Griffins became rabid. They turned against the Wardens.
So then the First Warden turned against them.
He ordered them all destroyed.
That's why they're extinct.
Has every First Warden been an asshole?
Isaiah said she resisted at first, but orders were orders. As penance, she hid the remaining eggs with a protective spell. I followed the clues and found them.
That was 400 years ago. She shouldn't even be alive.
Her last entry said she left for her calling.
Then she's probably in the deep roads. Blighted. Twisted.
Hassan? I was there the day you hatched. You've grown.
Careful. He's a shameless flirt.
That's because he's such a pretty boy, isn't he? I remember feeding him gingerwort truffles as a baby.
So you're the reason Davrin's been hunting mushrooms instead of monsters.
Anything for the prince.
I don't see a crown on your head yet, boy.
There should be. Griffins give the Wardens hope. Something to rally around after Weishaupt. Please find his brothers and sisters, whatever it takes. We owe them so much.
Count on it.
Stay safe, Hassan.
This is good information, but it still doesn't tell us where the Gloomhowler is.
No, but the other wardens will keep looking. The Gloomhowler is Saya. Can't hide forever.
Aspoň jsme se dozvěděli informaci. Když už nic. Is Martin staying here? Jasné, že tu stayinguju. Tak jdeme s Hording do srdce Titánů, ale. And Underfells. Silent God. Titán. Ten mrtvý Titán. Který ho zabil Solas.
The missing dwarves started.
K vůbec level, vole. Okay, čadová, čap.
Their patrol here. If we retrace their steps, we'll figure out what happened to them. I hope. This way. And be on your guard. I don't know what we'll find here.
So long as it bleeds.
Kal Sharok. Caretaker. Aha.
They were definitely here.
This is good. We're headed in the right direction. The entrance to the deep roads is through here. Let's go. I think there's a passage back here. Stand back. I'll move this rock aside.
Yeah, Jordan. Peraí, eu vou lá. Harding, could say. Já ji nevidím. No ty si tu, Harding. Co?
Pretty dark in there.
And it looks like the passage leads down.
Undead? Why are there undead things here?
Thousands have died in the deep roads.
That's not what I asked.
Finish it. Looks dwarven. It might belong to one of the...
We should head this way. Harding, please.
Co to kurva je?
This rock, it feels... Rook. I think there's someone in there.
Aha.
We've got you.
You. It's you.
Yes, it's me, Harding.
But you were... no, it couldn't have been. Oh, my head.
Just rest. You're no longer in danger.
Something's still out there.
But it's not after you anymore.
I understand. May the ancestors be with you.
We should keep going. I sense someone else close by.
Be careful. Trust nothing you hear. Trust nothing you see.
Výborně.
And thank you, Harding.
Stay here. You'll be safe. Come on. I know there's more missing.
Tam ne?
Mining equipment. Looks old.
There's lyrium all through these rocks. I'm not surprised people tried to get at it.
To nejede. Jde na jinou cestu,
Those scuff
ok.
marks. That looks like someone was...
Dragged away, I'd wager.
We have to find them.
Tak no barem. Ty v bablech. Jo, tam dobrá. Hezky. Jsme nějaký spirit. Car. Oh! Legendary! Legendary! Uni! Aha. No, yes, it's fun. Každou sekundu. On to bere. Takže ho taky není špatný. Yeah. That plate of the Paragon Undying, vole. Já jsem tu dwarfy pičovina. No tohle, asi Gainory Party versus Mercenary and Dragons, vole. To chci, vole. Tak jenom děvka. Ah, tutto è funzionare full.
There's someone close. I think I can feel them. Keep looking.
Ah,
Now, demons?
Probably something wrong with the veil.
Your turn.
huh?
I thought I'd die in there. Thank you.
Take your time. You've been through a lot.
Uvidíme, kdo jde po Harding.
There you go. Take him out.
Nie, wystarczy wystawić, no.
We need to go up. Let's look for a way to get there. Look, there's a way through here.
Jeszcze...
Someone house is close by. Come on.
Come torre. Da 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 da.
You're safe now.
Harding, what's happening?
First
Means we're
Veilguard.
on the right track. Stay here. You'll be safe.
Who's Veilguard?
Locked. Harding, can you...
Oh.
Thanks, Harding.
That wasn't me, Rook. I didn't move that.
Aku.
What do you mean?
I don't know what to tell you.
That's red clearing.
Co to je?
Why doesn't it feel like
We can worry about that later. Demons coming.
Pičo, já jsem uskočil, vole.
I think this is the last one. That...
Ast jsem legendarium, já.
Is that... I think that's Veilguard.
Veilguard! Je to Veilguard.
Lace Harding, you should not have come.
You needed help.
We know it's a trap.
You still came. You fools. You magnificent fools.
What happened?
The memory is clouded. I recall a cry in the shadows, and then...
Nothing.
I awoke in darkness, pressed against the stone. No room to even breathe. Time lost meaning. There was a voice in my ears murmuring in despair.
Nightmarish.
Well, I'll never sleep again.
Do you know what it was?
A shade. A rot within the stone.
And it's after me. The only way to stop it is to face it.
Don't. It will consume you.
You, mister, need to rest. I'll handle it. Farther in. That's where the Titan's heart is. That's where I have to go. That's where it ends.
The Titan's heart? Are we... in an actual Titan? How do you...
I just know.
Let's go. No reason to delay.
Better to get it over with, I guess. I'm ready.
I am.
Red lyrium's usually blighted. This isn't that. It's just lyrium that's angry.
Am I seeing things? Those crystals look like veins.
Over there. The heart. That's where I have to go.
Když to asi přetýká na vole normálně. No. To se bude dít. Lace.
What? I don't understand.
It, looks like you. All right, everyone, breathe. We can handle this.
Look at me! Don't you remember? They broke us into a million pieces, and this is all that's left.
Great shot.
Anger. And pain. My anger and my pain.
You cast me out.
I couldn't bear it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
They built their world on the wreckage of us. Vengeance is all we have.
Run!
Jak ráno.
What's Harding doing?
She'll bring the cabin down. Or worse, we have to get to her.
I put him right where you want him. Rook, you feel that? This isn't safe.
We're not leaving Harding. We can still get through to her. Harding, this has to stop. You'll kill us all.
Don't you understand what they did? The elves ripped away our dreams so the earth would be still. Why should they thrive while we lie, broken and forgotten?
Them Harding.
Harding! You have to stop or you'll kill us all!
I told you to run!
We don't leave people behind!
I remember all of it. Everything the Avenurus did to the Titans. And now the world will remember!
You're Lace Harding! You're more than this rage! You believe that the world is beautiful, that people are good. Hold on to it! Hold on to who you are!
You took everything from us. And you thought you won. But we're still here.
A kurwa.
We're different. But we're not gone. We will thrive in spite of you.
Mhm.
That was intense. My mind's still clearing. Anyway, you ready to go?
Acho que tá aí pra frente.
Moments.
Shall we get going?
Right, well.
Let's get you home.
Nossa senhora, let's get you home, Harding.
Stalgard and the others are returning to Kal Shirak to spread word of what happened. They'll need to be strong in the coming days. We all will.
Yep. Absolutely. Anyway...
You're trying to figure out how to ask me how I am. Something breezy, but not too flippant.
Good words are so hard.
I used to worry that I'd lose myself to the Titans. But I wouldn't even be here without them, would I? How could I lose myself when they were always a part of me?
So, what's next for you?
First, we stop the elven gods. And after that, well, one step at a time. See where it takes me.
Trust yourself. I do.
You're just a bottomless well of support, aren't ya?
I try.
Oh, and I don't know if I said thank you, so thank you, Rook. I wouldn't be here without you.
The Heart of the Titan. Cože? Jedou dvojů. Cože? No, takže každý má svoje ty speciální skille. To je hezu. Chtěl, aby to tak bylo. Aha. Oh. Není to nic extra, ale jednoznačka inkvizitorů. Ale máme i to. A má to tady zase vyzdobený ještě líp. To hádím, ty jsi hvězda. Kolik questů zase ještě tady? Dávají tam pictures. Pomůžu vám všem, můj milí.
Hey, Rook. I'm just staring into the fire. I've heard that helps people think. Can't say I've had luck with it.
Tak co, Lukáne, si? Robím tvého bratra? Co?
Rook, you're here.
Is something wrong?
Biago and Dea sent word. They have information about Ilario. Whatever it is, they wish to speak away from Treviso, away from anyone who might be listening. They won't put more to paper. I need to meet with them as soon as possible.
Okay.
Hey, Rook. I was planning to take Hassan to the woods in Arlington soon. Want to keep us company?
Sounds good to me.
Hassan will be glad to hear it. Needs to stretch his wings.
On se bude řezává, pičo. Jenom oba potkat tady, vole. Piče.
Who dies next? Latest chapter.
Why don't you care about us?
You found something about Ilario?
Possibly.
What do you mean, possibly? You have something or you don't?
It's Caterina.
We don't know that for certain. I've got my eyes on Villa della Morte. One of them brought back one of Caterina's rings.
It had been thrown out with the trash. Ilario would never do that. He'd at least pawn it somewhere.
You think Caterina threw the ring away as a message that she's inside the house?
Her opal ring. Lucanis, you know what that means.
She gave that ring to my mother. It was the mark of her favor. House Veilguard killed my parents and sent it back to Caterina to demand she surrender the seat of First Talon. She's alive. Ilario, you idiot.
We need more eyes in the villa to say for certain.
Ilario would tear the city apart searching if he'd lost this. How could she be alive? What is he thinking? How am I supposed to deal with this?
We need to plan a rescue. The sooner we get Caterina out of there, the better.
It could be a trap. We have to deal with Ilario first.
He could still kill her if we move against him. Maker knows what's in his head.
V, you're too pessimistic for your own good. Reason with him, Lucanis.
I thought I had a clear shot at my target. What if I go after him and get Caterina killed? Help us.
How? What do you need?
He'll listen. He always listens to you. Come.
What did you do? Is this the fate? It seems different. It isn't like those fragments of Solus's past in the crossroads either.
Lucanis is here. Always. Behind locked doors. I can't break through.
All right. Let's go get him.
I was supposed to have a useful demon, and instead I have a useless abomination. Wonderful!
I know this place. It's the ossuary, the prison we freed Lucanis from.
Freed? No. We've always been here.
Right. It's not the real ossuary, but...
Still fighting. Tiresome. There's no point, you know.
Nobody's
Nothing
here.
awaits you anymore. You're long dead.
And you are raised... Rock, did you forget our deal? You were to bring my grandson back to me.
I did.
You brought me an abomination. Where is my grandson?
Tenderness and terror. Rage and relief. Old stale fear of disappointment.
This is the Fade. So this Caterina is... a spirit? Something like that?
No, Lucanis is mine. They won't dare. Thoughts live here. Ideas, feelings.
She's his
Tohle
idea of Caterina then. Caterina. Lucanis is trapped, but
bude jeho speciální brnění, ne?
Lucanis may have changed, but he's still the little boy you loved and raised.
He's not changed. He's possessed by a demon.
You would never think of rejecting him whatever happened, would you?
My poor boy.
Envy is the rarest of all demons. Most challenging to cultivate. Condition.
Don't worry, Rook. I've got my eye on the prisoner.
You've conjured up a friendly face, Lucanus. But your real friends and allies need you. In the real world.
Rook, are you sure Spite isn't tricking you? What if there's no Lucanus, just the demon?
After a year in the ossuary, you might believe that. But you're no demon.
Look around. This isn't the mind of a human being, let alone an Antivan Crow.
You're the man you were, Lucanus, even buried in this pain. No demon would punish itself like this.
You really shouldn't trust anything you find in the Fade.
I trust you, Lucanus. And I trust myself to get you home. Let me.
You know that's the kind of attitude that's gonna get you killed, right?
I'll risk it. I have a master assassin on my side, don't I?
Just be careful.
Cousin stuff. You can't dwell. Always. It'll drive you bad.
Couldn't you simply die already? This experiment has gone on.
Hey, Rook. Should you be here? Can't say it's the safest place in the world.
Strangeness and charm. Something familiar and foreign at the same time. With a little guilt.
Somehow I thought Lucanus would think of Nev as being more... Tevinter?
Tevinter? People come in three kinds. Family, enemies, contracts.
I hope that's just Spite talking. Nev, you need to let us pass.
You know how he is, Rook. Even if you open the door, Lucanus won't walk through it. This is where he wants to be.
Lucanus always has a choice. If he can't see that, I'm here to show him.
You really think you can help him? You're such a sap, Rook.
I think it's time you stood aside and let me try.
Promoted from flying vermin to malicious spirit. Whatever will you become next, I wonder?
Rook, you're too good to be wasting your time in a place like this. Forget about my cousin. You've got much more important things to worry about, don't you? You've got the weight of the world on your shoulders.
Sharp, jagged edges. Hurt with every breath. Grief and relief. Hope and anger.
Lucanus, you don't owe Ilario a second thought, much less a supporting role.
He put us here.
You've got to leave this be, Rook. You turn my cousin loose, it's only going to cause more grief.
You know him, Lucanus. Even here, Ilario just wants to save his own neck.
Would that be enough? Would anything? Do you really think he made a deal with a demon? He's not even a mage. Or do you think maybe he just found the one there already? He'll carry this prison with him forever. And he'll fill it with corpses given time.
We need out.
You're an Antivan Crow, Lucanus. A professional. Trained to avoid collateral damage and go after the real enemy.
You have no idea what the consequences will be.
Whatever they are, Lucanus, I'll be there to help you.
If I were in charge, you wouldn't have to do this anymore. What are you doing here, Rook?
Lucanus.
I have not moved. There's nowhere to go.
You see? He breaks our agreement. His mind is still here. He wants to stay here, so he keeps me here!
Mierda! Why would I want to stay? Even in my head, this place is a nightmare.
Right. But it's a nightmare you already defeated. I get it now. As bad as the ossuary was for you, it was better than the alternative.
What alternative?
The ossuary, Zara. You could solve those problems with the blade, but healing again? Living is an abomination. There's no simple answer there. And if you fail, you could hurt the ones you love.
No! This is not... Damn it, Rook!
Make him leave!
Yelling at someone who's trying to fix themselves doesn't help, Spite. And since you're stuck with him, you're only hurting yourself.
Rook, you're right. There has to be a way through this. It's just... so much. I cannot see how to begin.
Start small. You and Spite. Figure out a goal you can both agree on. Then make it happen.
A contract?
Contracts are for clients. Call this an alliance. But on what terms?
Didn't you just learn your grandmother was alive? What are you waiting for? Go rescue her.
That's true.
Fighting crows?
And anyone else that gets in our way. Do we have a deal? We free Katarina together.
Together, we will fight!
Zajímavé.
Rook, are you all right?
What's the matter with the two of you?
We worked some things out, that's all. How long were we standing here?
Just long enough for it to get awkward. You're sure you're all right?
We're fine, Thea. Don't waste your worry on us. Can I trust the two of you to keep an eye on Ilario? If he starts anything, I want to know about it.
I was going to do that anyway.
You're planning something.
I'm getting Katarina back. But Viago is right. We need more information before we move. Ilario panicked when I came back alive. If he panics again, he could actually kill her this time. We'll only get one chance at this.
Hey, Brooke.
Hello. Nice.
There's dangerous fanatics, then there's Alia. She's loose in Docktown, and we're in the dark.
What's the plan?
The Threads and Alia's Venatori are at war. That might slow Alia down, but until I know her plans, I need to hear whatever information the Threads pick up.
What about Rana? Can she help?
I told Rana that Alia's back. She needs the warning. As for help, Rana wants to be an example. Not sure where that goes anymore.
You're worried about her.
I'm worried about everyone. Tired enough to admit it.
Docktown's protected. What can the Threads do for you?
Alia's a pain for both of us. Let's talk.
We know people in this town. Neighbors. When they don't turn up on the rounds, we notice. Alia used the Threads for dirty work. Stolen relics, muscle, spies. These people, they disappear.
And you don't know where to.
Alia's good at covering her tracks. That's why you're here. I've got names of missing people, including those hardly anyone noticed yet. All yours, no catch.
We can't let Aelia do this. If what she did to the Threads was an opening act...
We won't like the show.
This is war. We find Aelia, we kill her. Give the cult something to think about. You find her, you do the same. Docktown's ours.
To Docktown. From the people who breathe it, bleed for it, no one's got its back like we do.
To a better Docktown. Doing the best we can till then.
You go far.
To home.
Stessa Caterina! To ji zabil.
Be ready.
Beat the odds.
Čau, Mary. Teď člověk, kde jsem slepej dement, nebo kde je ta kurva bedna, vole. Aj, Mary.
Now, what do you have to say for yourself?
Did I miss something?
Since we're here to gather flowers for the dead, I thought I'd teach Manfred some plant names. But I just caught him attempting to wade into a rose bush.
Emmerich, how could you stay annoyed at that face? Skull.
Oh, Manfred. Whatever will happen to you if I pass on.
If?
Ah, there's something I'd like to talk about. Do you know what a lich is, Rook?
Doesn't ring a bell.
A lich is a mage transformed into one of the undead while retaining their true, original consciousness. The idea fascinated me when I was younger. For years, I researched and experimented, spoke with spirits and mages. Then, eventually, I found them.
Who?
The Lich Lords of the Grand Necropolis. Necromancers before me who'd transformed themselves into true living dead.
You're making this up, right?
Rook, please. I've told so few people.
Sorry.
The Liches are the great protectors of the Necropolis. Bulwarks against forces that threaten creation. After years of tests and rituals, they granted me my desire. The right to attempt lichdom.
That's great for a necromancer, right?
It is a singular opportunity.
Good?
Lichdom is an incredible honor. Immortality, prestige, the most hallowed ranks of the Watchers, as well as a chance to be of service past my allotted years. But there are considerations. Come, we have flowers to gather for the dead.
Okay, but I've got questions.
Blue creepvine. This will do nicely.
Emmerich, aren't most undead just random spirits inside corpses?
Liches are different. It wouldn't be a spirit acting in my name. My true consciousness would be housed in my departed flesh.
How?
The Order must keep some secrets. Moon blossoms, famed in verse and song.
Smells like perfume. Do liches have a sense of smell?
I've been told that while some of my senses will dull, others will become available. Other than that, I can't say if the flowers would still hold their bloom for me. Lichdom serves a purpose. There are dark things in creation, threats to both our world and the Fade. The Liches of the Necropolis have the insight and the abilities to oppose them.
And you're joining them when?
Certain elements have held me back. There's no ready instructions for lichdom. The steps must be discovered on one's own over years to be fully understood.
Does the spell to...
Moment, já jsem se vlastně nepodíval. Brr. Ah.
Come a lich kill you, or do you have to?
No, mercifully, that falls to another watcher. After my death, my soul will be drawn back into my body instead of moving on to whatever lies beyond.
Slušný.
So, what's holding you back from lichdom?
Even with all my preparations, there's a chance I could die permanently during the rites. What cowardice! The promise of immortality, an end to all my fears, and the final veil stays my hand.
That's reasonable. Lots of people are afraid of dying.
Is it? When it keeps me from what I most desire? Traditionally, candidates for lichdom face one final sifting of the soul. If they avoid it, you saw my old colleague.
Hezenkos? She's a lich.
A half-lich, though that hasn't diminished her powers. Until I stop her plans, I won't possess the peace of mind for lichdom. Why don't you select the next flowers, Rook?
Sure. So, what's a half-lich exactly?
Johanna attempted the rites of lichdom and failed. Stuck in her in-between state, she is supremely dangerous, but can't learn any new magic.
No wonder Hezenkos was shouting so much.
She's always been that way.
Whoa.
What about the sifting of a soul that Hezenkos avoided?
The spirits of the necropolis judge whether a candidate is worthy of the power and responsibility of lichdom.
How'd she become a lich without it? For a watcher, Hezenkos is pretty harsh on spirits.
We made allowances because of her discoveries. Too many. Spirits are not things to be disposed of.
You really care about them.
They're so susceptible to the world's whims, Rook. Some spirits are dangerous, but how quickly most respond to a bit of kindness or care, or simple attempt to understand. For all she's done, I can't condemn Johanna for attempting lichdom. That freedom from mortality, that divorce from fear, And of course, time to read all of one's books.
Of course.
But how she's abused her abilities. Are my intentions enough to fare? We have enough flowers. There's something I'd like to show you. Here we are.
Oh, so these flowers are for...
Yes. If you could place them on the graves, please.
In memory of Rupert and Eleanor of Volcarin.
Rodiče.
They walk eternity hand in hand.
After I became a watcher, I erected a proper shrine to my parents. When I come to talk, I like to think they listen. Well, don't be shy. Introduce yourself.
Rook, it's a pleasure. Do you remember your parents?
Some memories are bright. Others are akin to those dim, early morning dreams one gets sometimes. Lately, I wondered what they'd think of our current course, the choices ahead.
Your lichdom.
What would they have wanted me to be?
I can tell you what I think they'd want you to be.
What's that?
Happy. You could always speak with your folks, couldn't you?
My parents last saw me as a boy. By the time I mastered my corpse whispering, I was a man. If I woke them, there might be a flash of recognition, or... Besides, if I speak to too many other spirits, Manfred might grow jealous.
Can't have that.
He'd be impossible, I agree.
Got a job for me?
Cepat banget ya.